Hi everyone, how's everyone doing here today? Thank you for watching. And recently I saw some posts in light of the verdict that came out that Donald Trump is now liable for $355 million in the New York fraud case. Is that there were some truckers that were threatening to go on a boycott on New York. They said, like, any deliveries to New York, they're just not going to do it. And I've only seen a handful of videos. I don't know how many people are actually really seriously talking about this. Here's my advice to them. And I'm being perfectly honest. Don't, for your sakes, okay? For a few reasons, which, I'll digress. It's not going to succeed, okay? It's just not. If I'm not mistaken, when they had the strike in Canada with the truckers, some people got the idea to try and do it here. I don't recall if it was for New York or Washington, D.C. or both, but there weren't that many people involved. It didn't get a whole lot of traction and kind of fizzled out before it even got started. So the other one is New York is a pretty resourceful blue state. Yeah, they get, supplies and other stuff coming in from other states naturally, but there are other truckers out there, okay? There are even migrants, people who came into the country legally, mind you, who are looking for jobs, and some of them we'd be more than happy to learn how to drive a truck and take your place, okay? I don't know anything about the trucking industry. I would imagine I don't know if you're independent or if there's such a thing, or I would imagine you work for a private company. Now, in my past jobs, well, the rule was simple. They asked you to do something, you did it, you got paid. If you refused to do it, you wouldn't get paid, or they just fire you. They just say, look, we need you to do this. So I would imagine your supervisor or manager is telling you you have to make these deliveries. You don't get to cherry pick and say, well, I'll do them all except for the ones in New York. I don't see them being too understanding. They'll be like, well, okay, that's fine. We'll have Carl, substitute in for the New York routes. You just handle all the other New York routes. No, I don't see that going down. So, if I'm not mistaken, then you're going to potentially compromise your job, which I don't think is a good idea, okay? So like I said, you're not going to get that people involved, and even if you did, the likelihood is going to succeed is slim to none, okay? Because there are other ways of getting resources in, getting merchandise in. So all you're pretty much doing is putting your own livelihood on jeopardy. I'm telling you this as a friend. I'm saying to you, don't do anything silly that's going to put you in the red. Because if you do lose your job, if you suddenly find yourself financially struggling because you don't have an income, I got news for you. Dear old Daddy Donald is not going to come and help you in any way. Okay? And here's the simple truth. And this is to all MAGA supporters out there, all the Trump supporters. You don't owe Donald Trump anything. Okay? His presidency is a failure because of himself. His criminal, accountability that he's facing. That is all on him. You don't believe me? I'll give you a quick breakdown. The New York case, which you're all getting all hot and heavy over, all he had to do was tell the truth. It's that simple. When going for loans or insurance, all he had to do was tell the truth. Maybe he wouldn't have gotten as much money in a loan or much insurance, but he'd still be pretty wealthy today. Maybe not as much, but he'd still be pretty wealthy. Let's look at some of the other crimes. The documents, all he had to do was give them back. And is that not the epitome of white privilege? You're telling me if me or you worked in the White House, say as interns, and by some miracle we stumbled on a folder that said top secret and we took it home, that the FBI would just call or knock on our door and say, hand it over please? Oh, they'd come knocking at our door and then they'd be saying, hands up against the wall, you're under arrest. Trump didn't get that treatment. He had every ample opportunity to give it back. He didn't. It's on him. Stormy Daniels, all he had to do was not pay her with campaign funds. Just not pay her at all and just come out and say, what can I say? I'm a dog. I cheated on my wife. Oh, well. Hey, look at Stormy. Do you blame me? The MAGA supporters would have forgiven you. They wouldn't have cared. Could have avoided that one, too. The infamous fake electors in Georgia, all you had to do was just be a man and say, I lost. Oh, well, I'm going home to Mar-a-Lago. Happy to do business with you all. Period. There wouldn't be no January 6th, and you wouldn't be facing criminal charges. Okay? So for all your truckers out like that, like, we got to do this for Donald Trump. Like, no, you don't. No, you don't. Your job is to take care of your own life and focus. I mean, you want to keep supporting him? Be my guest. You really want to try and do this? By all means, you're putting yourself on the line. And I have nothing against a peaceful protest, but this isn't a peaceful protest, it sounds like. And like I said, it has every opportunity to fail with little or no chance of succeeding. Okay? You think you block a few roads in New York, they're going to turn around or not deliver the goods? They're not going to turn around and be like, okay, we take it back. We won't hit them up for $355 million. It's not going to happen, okay? He's paying the price, or at least you guys are, because some of you are buying some of this ridiculous merchandise and giving to this GoFundMe. He is getting this all because of him. He's a big boy. Let him take care of himself. Take care of yourself. Secure your job. Move on. That's my friendly advice to you. I'm really being serious and sincere, and I'm hoping, for your sakes, you do the right thing. Because it's, in the end, it's no skin off my back. It's you guys that are putting your lives on the line. And Donald Trump, in a million years, would never reciprocate for you in any way, under any circumstances. And that's a simple truth you can't deny. So, keep on trucking. Thank you for watching. I really hope you understand.